How much do they
know? Nobody realized it, but they took out the long torso. Yeah. So I look taller when I'm sitting. But when I stand, they're
not that much further from the chick. It's like this. I have a short torso, my legs are long. Yes, I be like sitting. Oh, they be like, yeah, you're so sitting. I don't have no torso. I don't have long legs. It's crazy that my doctor told me that I get my height from my neck. Right there. It's all from my neck. Sorry. Not your neck. I had an X-ray and he was like, look how long your neck is. I was like, yeah. You gonna have a neck? Now you got a neck. I was like, but when I sit down and I put my legs in the air, I'm good. Okay, you want to scoot down a little bit more? Yeah, I'm coming in with y'all. Yeah, I'm just moving this out. Okay. I'm mixing. Let me get this lag ready right now. I'm about to go back right now. I'll be live already. You're gonna be on TV, girl. Yeah, she'll get that view. Kiki, you can see yourself now. I'm scooching. Oh, you mixing. Oh, you brave. I'm a gangster. She brave. Hey. I do this, baby. What's the red bull? Okay. I need this. I'm sorry. No, get it off. Yeah, right. So get it off. Look. Remove that. Remove this. You don't already know I got my water. I thought you're going to drink your water. Yeah. I was on whistle. Stupid. Y'all seen them rabbits? Did y'all see the rabbits? What the rabbits? And I'm not reporting the record about nothing I did. It's the rabbit. What y'all do to my wife? She gets right. Let me explain. Right. Let me explain what happened was. We get. She want to taste a little bit. I'm gonna be in the back like this. Like you love it. I need to learn how to go live. I don't even know. I just took myself through there today. Been on Facebook Live. No, this is Instagram Live. I just took myself through there and taught myself today. It's TikTok Live better. I get more TikTok. Yeah. So we're all yeah. Okay. Yep. So yep. You don't care looking like anything. You gotta fix our dress. This is how I'm gonna be in a few minutes though. I just said dress. I know. Right. How do you do it? I don't know how to go. Oh, there you go. Okay, here we go. Go live. Somebody doing push-ups? Okay. Y'all start talking. Let me know. I'm checking make sure coming to the door. We still, I don't know about Aisha, spirit pop. Let me know when I want to get to know you better. I want you so bad, and if I'm better than you, I can do you. To keep me away from you. I gotta do all this extra just to go live. Finish your age. Oh, you know what? They may not let you do. I think that's the same thing Kiki was trying to do, and they made up. Oh, you got it. 24 hours. Yeah, you got it approved. Really? Do you have over 1,000 friends? I don't know. You gotta have at least 1,000 friends. Not on Facebook. Okay, now we're on Facebook. I think I may. I'm not saying on my phone, but I don't know how to do it on here. It says should everyone how I started this. It's on everyone how I get started. Oh, it's confirmed. Okay. Because we can, okay. They did. Oh, I'm going live in one. You want to put it down? Yeah, let me see. Who that? Yeah. Can you like? Yeah. I got it. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, right here. Yeah. How do you make it go off? Can you see yourself on? Let me give you a little. There we go. And now, there we go. Hold on. You want to get it? You give me a sign it? Okay, so this. Let's do like that. Go live and then take it off. Because I got to get Queen in here. Let me see her. There we go. I'll have to come from a different angle. Come on, guys. That's 40 fast. Look at my screen. Her phone needs to pick everyone up.
You like that? Yeah.
Yeah, slide. But it needs to be clean too. And Kitty, I need to. It needs to come this way. Let me try right here. There it is. That's better.
Oh, yeah, get it.
That's better.
The right thing I want me to hold because we gotta put on get the
Right. Everybody.
I just did it. I don't know why it's not doing it.
Yeah.
Hi, y'all. So welcome to 40s Smash.
Hello.
What it do?
What it do?
What
it
girls out here. Let's go around the table and tell everybody who we are. Sugar, you start.
Sugar B. Bonnie Banks.
Jim.
Oh, Kenny. Kitty, did you forget your name?
My name is Tallulah. First
No, it's Scooby Doo. Actually, what did you forget that?
Tallulah, Scooby-Doo, and King.
Like move one over just like that. Yeah, so you get like I don't think I've seen her.
That's what I was trying to do. Get everybody. I mean, I don't think we're gonna be able to do that. Hey, can you? This is.
Don't worry, they tell me help.
I don't know how to do it on here.
That's about
Where's
my phone? I'm embarrassed.
Okay.
What?
Hold on. She said, I'm embarrassed.
That's all. I did that too. I was like, dang. Like this is
Y'all, because I be putting that smile on their face. So that's why.
Goofy. That's Braylon. I don't know if y'all can see her. Braylon go like this. Oh, yeah.
I know.
Ready.
That's Braylon. Yeah, we got little baby members too. Yeah, so big members.
We do.
We always have different. No discrimination. We always have different people on the show. You know what I'm saying?
So if you see our ancestors come back anyway, they older than us.
Period.
I can put that up there.
Okay, gotcha.
I didn't realize that I did all that while I was on screen.
Oh my. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's
we know who's barred over here. We know who's barred over here.
Right there.
You ain't telling who you was.
Oh yeah, Queen Prophecy.
Watch me put it off camera.
I'm Key Lyrics. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to go live on it.
She was here.
Stay tuned.
So, first we want to say thank you to the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, dear Lord. We want to praise you and just thank you and honor you. Thank you for bringing all of us together today to just love on each other, to speak on the word of God, to uplift each other, to just be a positive influence on each other, to teach each other. And we just praise you and thank you, dear Father. And we want to bless everybody that's watching. We hope you have a blessed week. We ask, dear Father, that they see you through us when we speak. And so,
Girls like, yeah, let us play with the tops.
Right. But Kitty, I keep moving and she likes me. Just like chats, right?
I'm over here blessing me. I'm here.
First of all, but everybody that's watching, we wanna send you out a blessing and you have a blessed and wonderful week. Thank you for watching us, and we're gonna get it popping with you.
Let's get it started. Amen.
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 I'm supposed to under it.
Kiki, it's your subject, so
It really is, but I'm kind of having things go different. Give me 2 seconds.
Come,
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh.
I understood. I mean, that's outside, but we can see your face. I understood the assignment, so I brought my homework. So this is my subject is.
She got a ring.
One thing I can always say about Steve, this motherfucker look, I gotta take the best off for a second. Look, this motherfucker gonna print something out, baby. She gonna come with written something every time on the subject. Hey,
Gotta have receipts.
I love
gotta have this.
Yeah, professional.
I tried.
I
I tried. Like I said, oops. Our subject is since this mental it's okay. Mental health awareness month, if for those who didn't know. And as we're wrapping up the end of the month, I thought this would be an important topic because this is something that's highly stigmatized, especially among the African American community. So the topic is mental health matters, breaking the silence, building the support. So I just want the first thing I want to know is why do you guys think that mental health is difficult, still difficult for many people to discuss openly?
I think I can tell y'all. Let me just say this as a clinician in practice.
Mhm.
I know that people just don't know about mental health. When you think mental health, people automatically think it's about being crazy. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? They really don't understand that it's about mental health. The same thing, like you got to feed your body certain things. The same thing, how your mind works. You know what I'm saying? That I think people just haven't talked about it. And then when you think of the system that created mental health, they actually stigmatized it, especially with Black and brown communities. You know what I'm saying? They treated us horribly when it comes. They were drilling holes in our head, and there's no love for it because what we've had to experience.
Yeah.
Like I still get called a head doctor. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you a head doctor? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's the thing, because that's what they called back in the day. But we still believe in that right now.
Exactly.
And a lot of us, a lot of our Black men need to get out there and get y'all mental health. It's okay to ask for help. You know, there's a lot of men out here that go to jail, that be, you know what I'm saying, out here running crazy. And whole time you need help. Yeah. And the police, they just want to lock you up, you know, and you actually need help. You in jail now with no help. Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't necessarily need medicine, but you need to learn how to use your powers. Okay. When you have something, if you got anything, schizophrenia, bipolar, you have a power, honey. Because it's statistically known that when you have a mental health illness and you get diagnosed with something, you're a genius. Okay, you look around everybody, you see everything the way that nobody else sees. So this is your power. Use it. Use it in a positive way. You hear them voices, you tell them voices, you know, shoo away. Now it's hard, it's easier said than done.
It is.
But work harder towards it when you know. But also still seek help.
I'm about to say that part. Make sure you
Seek help. Seek help.
I think that's a big one right there. So
Yeah.
with our men, I always tell, especially our, Black and brown men, they're the most hated in this world.
Yes.
When they walk out into this world, the world hates you. And then we get taught to hate you. So then the women hate you too. You know what I'm saying? So they need love. And so I see a lot of that anger and a lot of things that they deal with. And it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to go ask for help. You know?
Yes.
But you shouldn't be having to do it by yourself. And you shouldn't be sitting in your thoughts with having thoughts that nobody else seems to know what you're going through. Basically, you suffering in silence.
Yes.
And just to kill the stigma, therapy is not about giving you advice. That's not what we do. You actually are the expert when you're coming to therapy. All you're doing is basically, a lot of times what happens, you're talking your feelings out and your answers are coming as you're talking your feelings out. The only thing as a therapist, we just mirror back what you're saying so that you can see that you actually have the answers within you. At least that's what I do. I can't speak for our therapists because everybody shouldn't be therapists. But me as a therapist, that's one thing I do. My job is to basically self-empower you.
That's right.
Yes.
And she does a very good job of that.
Man.
As I have had to utilize her services. She didn't have to take me through that. Okay. Yeah, she's definitely approved. And just to delve into it personally, I didn't start off with this. I not even want to say identify with. I am a person who suffers with mental health issues. That doesn't make me weird. That don't make me crazy. I get crazy, but that don't make me crazy. You know, all these stigmatic labels that are put on people who actually have mental health issues. And that's basically what they are. They're just issues. It's really just a chemical imbalance in your brain. That's what it is. And it's nothing to be embarrassed about because life be life. So sometimes and even in lieu of someone else to talk to, self-talk is important. They'll call you crazy. I don't care. You can call me whatever. Just don't call me late to the party. Right. At the end of the day,
You ain't gonna be late to the party.
I'll be late to everything else. I ain't gonna be late.
Yes, we gonna be late.
I'm gonna be late.
Late.
But I'm gonna be prepared and I'm gonna be fashionable. Okay, so serious though. But yes, I have no qualms, no problems about even admitting that on camera. Yes, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. You think you think you're perfect? Show, but go walk on some water.
Right.
I'll wait.
Right.
That part. So let's stop the labels. Let's stop the jokes, the puns. Like that's not cool. It's not cool, especially when someone is really suffering.
Yeah.
There are people who don't have people.
Right.
There
Nobody.
are that don't have nobody. Right. And all they have is their selves. And they're fighting against their own mind, your own thoughts. That is a hard place to be. And this doesn't only plague men, it also plagues women as well. Once again, as I am a living, walking testimony to it.
And one thing she said too is that it's the chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
One thing that I teach people, because there is a lot of hormones that you're working with, but one hormone that they don't talk about that's not made, it's only 95% of this is made in your gastrointestinal system. It's only 9% is made in your brain. That's something called serotonin.
Serotonin, baby. Come on.
So it's not about, it's about what you eat. And that's what they're not going to tell you. They don't tell you to go eat salmon. They don't tell you to go eat eggs. They don't tell you to go eat nuts. They don't tell you to go eat greens. But those things, eating those things in your body actually support serotonin. So serotonin supports healthy thinking. So you need that support. It's going to help push that thing through that you need to push through. And then when it comes to cortisol is something that secretes in your brain every time you think something negative.
Yeah.
Every single stress. Cortisol, 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 cortisol. What your mind is asking for is balance. So for just as much as you think in the negative, it needs the positive. So that's what we're helping you with, even in therapists. You need to do this thing called work on your perception and how you're seeing things, because teaching you on a queen level is how you alchemize your energy. Changing how you think and see things is how you change the energy and the chemicals happening in your brain. Just little tips, you know.
Okay.
I need to book that session with you. You know what I'm saying?
I actually got a book coming out, and it's called The Monitor Inside. It's called Steps to Your Authentic Self. So I'm teaching people I'm giving y'all the keys that the Spirit gave me. It's 9 steps to your authentic self. So it's going to teach you step by step how to get past the trauma. You know what I'm saying? Because there was something, you were there before the trauma thing.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So I want to get back to your authentic self to let you know that you can heal and you can get back to that person that was hurt before the pain. You can get back to that person. And I like teaching people. It's my whole entire existence.
Hey, and y'all better go get that as soon as it drops.
Man.
You better. What was that title again, sis?
Monster Inside, 9 steps to your authentic self.
Wait,
Yeah.
You gotta drop dates.
Get ready to put it out.
You gotta drop dates.
About to read it, okay?
You gotta drop dates.
I don't have a job.
Okay, not yet. So stay strong.
Well, we gonna let y'all know.
Yeah, I'm 98% ready for it to be published. So I'm right there.
We gonna get y'all a drop date.
It's amazing. Wait, that's a
But be like, and much like my sister here, I dealt with mental health. I actually tried to take my life in 2000. So the one thing when I woke up in that hospital, let me tell you, I was not playing. I wanted to go. I was not. This wasn't. I wanted attention. I wasn't telling nobody about it. I was mad that I woke up in that hospital. So I asked the Spirit, teach me how to live. And these are the steps.
Amen.
I've
been there.
Baby, look, this is a dry to tears fan. This is a dry to tears fan before the tears come. Okay, keep me.
you don't even have to have it's not really that you have any type of mental problem. All of us suffer.
Yeah, we've all been through something.
Yes,
Something.
as women when we start to go through the menopause.
Yeah.
Perimenopause.
Yeah.
Big thing happening now.
I'm going through that. Yeah. I get my nice sweats. I be over here like, what's going on? Like I'm waking up hot, like this wet. And I'm like, what's going on? now.
Yeah.
Is it postpartum or is it? And then postpartum. Yo, I've been dealing with postpartum depression. And I've been trying to like I just been dealing with it. Like, oh yeah, everybody thinks like, oh, women's supposed to just go through this. This is what women's supposed to go through. And it's hard. I'll be good. I'll be on a whim. I'll be like, free spirit go. And then I ain't getting out of bed, baby. I'm not finna take a shower.
Right.
I'm not finna eat.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lay there in complete darkness. I'm gonna doom scroll. And then when I doom scroll, I'm not out there and take me to the negative shit.
Exactly.
Like,
Because you think
That's out there. Because that's what that's your environment you're thriving in.
yeah.
So what you allow, what you feed will
So I
fester.
be having to talk to God. And a
Baby.
lot of people say I don't read scriptures. I'm not like
A Bible thumper.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Bible thumper. I'm
Yeah.
not that, but I be talking to God like, help me.
Right.
Help me. Like, guide me. Take me
Yes.
somewhere. I need to understand like where I'm going right now.
Yes.
Like why am I feeling the way that I feel? Yeah. Sometimes, she be crying so much. So my body goes through things. And, that's chemically. So when she cries, my nipples get hard.
Exactly.
My stomach starts to cramp up.
Yeah.
And then I'm over here like now I'm more aggravated. And then I got this baby.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like,
need you, right?
oh my God. Like how do I, yeah. Like how do I make it all.
That's one thing when it comes to mothers. That I got number one. Let me just shout out to all the mothers out there.
Hey, shout out to all the mothers.
Nothing but respect because people don't realize that mothers don't get a break.
At all. At all.
If that child is sick, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Down.
often hear, I remember my best friend used to always say, like, she used to tell her baby daddy, and like he'd be like, I gotta go get a car. Well, I can't tell my baby she can't get fed because I gotta get a car. You know what I'm saying? No matter what.
Or digging into the baby's piggy bank.
Yeah.
Just to survive.
Just to survive.
You need that extra $40 to pay that light bill.
Yeah.
I pay your baby's piggy bank. And you feel
and
very
they're
mother
as
you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I definitely want to shout out because this is not an easy job. You
It's
gotta
not.
help a human become an adult one day.
Yeah.
And it's never a break. You know what I'm saying? That child's at school acting up, that child's at school feeling sick. It doesn't matter that you're at work. It doesn't matter that your job says that you can't leave. That child has to come. So people don't know what mothers go through. And I ain't trying to talk about fathers because I respect y'all for real.
Exactly.
Yes. I just love it all because no matter what we need all the parents. We so shout out to the fathers that want to
That's it.
at the top.
It takes a village.
It takes a
It does. It really does. So
yeah.
my question would be to the fans, to all of us: what signs do people often overlook in themselves or others when it comes to mental health?
Like always having to leave. You can't be at home and just sit still. You always gotta escape. And then when you escape,
You don't really escape.
when you escape, now you're just out here being frivolous with yourself.
Exactly.
You have
It's
being risky.
it's easy to feel alive.
And you're not really escaping.
It really
because it's
is.
still following
You're
you.
not.
Yeah.
You're just
Running with
you're
yourself,
you're
hurt yourself at the
you're
same time.
just
Backlash.
suppressing.
Yeah.
When you go back home, it's that same bitch.
You wake up in the morning, you feel that same.
Yeah.
That's
So
my
it's like
one that I think a lot of people try to avoid is they don't want to feel that.
right. And
So
people
that anything.
think not to feel bad.
He's outside.
Yeah.
And you go home and you feel exhausted.
Yes.
And you're like, all my energy is depleted.
Self
But what did I accomplish?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And I can put everybody everybody's gonna tell me stories. Everybody is going through something. Can't nobody and whenever I hear people projecting like, and she got this and she got this, it's because you were messed too. So don't take yourself out. And talking about somebody else don't fix your character. That's it.
Accountability is
This is my subject right here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's it. Yes, and those warning signs, what it does look like, for people that really don't know what it looks like. And once again, mental health, it just means that something is off balance. So you yourself, or you see somebody that's constantly sad or feeling hopeless, that's definitely a sign that you need to check in.
And you know, another thing though, I think that we need to just get used to learning how to check in on people because what I'm learning about mental health is that anxiety looks like this.
Exactly. I should be like this too.
Everybody outside, turn it up, but these people are going through things you will never understand. Check on your people. Just say, okay. And you don't, let me tell you something else. Stop thinking that you have to fix the problem.
You don't.
Because I think that that's another stigma. People think that if I call and they're going through something, then I got to fix the problem.
No.
Sometimes people just need to talk about it.
Listen.
Don't
Just listen and first of all, it's a difference between hearing and listening.
Yes.
They're two different auditory responses.
Yes.
Don't just hear me. Listen to me.
Yes.
Because that's important. Because the minute you don't listen, you're missing something.
Listen is the same letter.
Exactly. I agree. That's why you got two ears and one mouth. You to listen twice as much as you speak.
Yeah.
So when you see that friend, family member, or even yourself, you have an anxiety, social withdrawal. That's a real big one for me.
Yeah.
I'll isolate and
I
connect.
stop isolating.
I'm trying to learn how to isolate.
That's difficult. I know how I know I've self isolated too much is when I get that nice old call with text and Kitty. It could be a week, 2, 3 weeks. Hey, Sissy, you okay? You know, that's like, you okay? I'm like, you girl, fine. I had a dream about you. I'm like, okay, sis, I'm okay.
That's a damn shame.
You know, because it's like you want like how we all gathered today. When you're going through something mentally, you don't want to take all the air out the room. So that's where the mask comes in. And it's all like, yeah, I'm happy. Oh my God, my life is just so great. You don't want to be that one.
Yeah.
And I live that every day. I don't want to say the other role. So I'm extra happy. I'm this. I'm overly prepared for everything. So you don't only have to watch out for your friends that are just like overly happy or like you said, wearing that mask, the party girl, like the parties. Also check on your silent friends.
Yeah.
Your distant friends.
Because for me, like when me and Kiki really first started being good friends, and we would go do shows together, she was very lively. You know, like the crowds would come. She brought all the people with her. You know, and I'm like, this girl is but and she was in it, you know, on the stage and stuff. So then I got used to her presence being like that. So when you get used to a person's presence like that and they go silent, you like,
Well, that's
Yeah.
me. Yeah. And I had to answer like you, are you okay? You know, you good, I'm just checking on you, you know. And I just want to know you all right. You know, I've already learned to everybody don't want your advice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, if you want my advice, I'll give it to you.
Of course.
If you don't, but if you don't ask me, I'll just listen.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, as a what you call that, a board.
Confidant.
A sounding board. Yeah. And sometimes people that are dealing with mental health issues, we can be fickle. Like 1 minute we wait about to talk, and then we're like, okay, I don't even want to talk about it. Like it makes no sense. And it makes you just feel when the one mental health issue that I really hate to really talk about is bipolar disorder, which is not doesn't belong to me. But I feel like really everybody is bipolar. We go through peaks and valleys. So we have highs and lows. That's what bipolar disorder is, except it's uncontrolled. These highs and lows. But who can control life?
Right.
Nobody.
Nobody. And then another thing too is the ADHD. Everybody want to get online and say ADHD, but I swear to God, I will be in my house and I'll be like, I gotta clean this, I gotta do this, gotta do this. My mind go on 110 miles an hour, and then I get so overstimulated in my mind, nothing gets done. Then I'll start something, so I have to work myself up to do it. So I'll try to control, you know, because of chemical imbalance, we want to control those speeding thoughts. So you slow it down in your mind, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start with this shelf. I know I need to clean this shelf, and I just keep telling myself, shelf, 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 shelf.
You got
And then I'll work on the shelf, and then as I'm cleaning the shelf, I'm like, this candle belongs over here in the kitchen. then I'll go to the kitchen. And I'm like, these dishes need to be washed.
Exactly.
So we just and it's intrusive thoughts that just come in. It don't even have to be nothing to do with cleaning. I can start out cleaning. Now I'm outside doing something else. I'm trying to go grab this. Now it's in my head. I want to take a shower now. I'm like, I'll be here.
And then you go back to the shelf and you're like, damn it, shelf. I found
So now since y'all in Clark City, that's why I'm always late for shit. Oh,
No,
ready. Like, oh, I'm so excited. The next day, you be like, oh, I don't even know this shit. Yeah, I don't know why I commit to this shit.
Oh my God. I feel like I commit to things and right after I commit to the thing. Like, damn, I don't know if I'm regular.
That's some. That's
That's
some
what
shit. What the fuck I told him?
I did.
Yeah.
And then I called my one friend that think like me just to encourage it.
You not
You know, I gotta go, girl. You don't want to go. You don't have to go.
fuck them people.
I gotta say one thing.
What?
When I be committed to something, like today, I committed to this.
Mm-hmm.
I told her I'm coming. There's plenty of times that she invited me to plenty of shows.
Yes.
I'm coming and I ain't come.
Right.
And it's not because I didn't want to be around y'all or
No.
it was just like everything happened and then now I just feel exhausted.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't want to be the dim of the light. Maybe they don't understand what I feel like. Maybe I won't be able to explain. Everybody's having their own feelings. I just get to
the things that we do in our brain. You see how her brain just did? She thought to herself and everybody else in the room and made a decision.
Exactly. That's that inner saboteur. And we all have.
Place.
It is.
It will control you.
Yeah, so I held myself accountable. I was like, you know what, today, last night I went out. So I'm like, you know what, I was out till 5 o'clock in the morning, okay? Went to sleep.
Clock it.
Whoop, got this baby, okay?
Yeah.
She over here banging me in the head. I was like, I gotta get up. Go put some clothes on, babe. Give it all. All I'm done. Back the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm holding myself accountable today. I am showing up. Keep it brainless dress.
Must be like I must be like that because even like just in every situation, I didn't even know for me. When I had moved to Bolingbrook, I hadn't checked on my stepfather. That's my mother's husband. He's like a father to me. You know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I kept saying, you need to find a way to go check on your stepfather. And so, and it just kept being on me. I know he's an older man. Mm-hmm. And so I finally got when I got there, I didn't even know where his apartment was. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, now I gotta figure out where his apartment, his actual apartment. So I get there and I'm knocking on the door. I guess he can't hear it because I'm like, Dad. He like, yes. I'm like, it's Pee-wee. He like, oh.
Pee-wee, you got so much.
Pee-wee.
That's what he called her.
I'm just saying.
It's my first time hearing that.
Exactly. My family nickname for real is Pooh. That's right. I know that one. Yeah, but Pee-wee is my stepfather, the only one that calls.
Only one.
Oh my God. I'm yelling. It's Pee-wee. Would you please? Then I thought about it. I said, you know what? My stepfather, I don't know if he got dementia. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, and I didn't want to frighten him. That's being at the door. So I just said, let me leave a letter. That I was here. Exactly. I just wanted you to know that I love you and you're okay. Then I called him, girl. 2 weeks later, I called him. I say, Dad, you know who this is? He say, is this Pee-wee? I said, it is. But I could tell as he was talking, he probably do got some kind of dementia. Yeah. He was telling me the same thing over and over. Yes. Yeah. But I just felt that he didn't remember. Yeah. It's me. And I just wanted him to know, hey, I'm checking on you. And I made myself, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Some things I be steady putting it off. I be putting it off, putting it off. And then sometimes it's too late. It is. And I'm glad you brought that up because I have experienced that in my life before too. We have to make sure we tap in with our elders.
Yeah, I'm bad with that. 'Cause
When
I got my grandma got dementia on my father's side, and I need to go check on her.
Yeah.
I did like a few weeks ago, but I need to do that too.
That's fine. How about this? But yeah, I think all of us need to do that.
Yeah. I like, oh my God, that's very important. Check in on your elders, please and thank you. I have a few horror stories and definitely don't just check in. Make time. Make time.
Think about one day you're gonna get older too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you want to make sure you're checking on those ways
So,
out as well because they're likely going through changes too.
it
It's
is.
hard to know it's a big adjustment going to become an elder. Things that you had more power over, you no longer have power over. Things like driving. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell my mom, she's older. Don't be outside on a Saturday. You have to go outside on a Tuesday. More so in the morning because your reflexes won't allow you to be looking in that mirror fast enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for them, they're like, oh my God, I never had to think about this. Like, I actually have to, I can't be for myself no more.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I can get a paper cut and it will ruin my day. Man, the whole day, everything is making a difference in your world. Like, man, so I can imagine when you have those big adjustments and it's not going back. At least I know my finger will be okay.
Exactly.
But you're now having to adjust to a whole new life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Say it.
So I think there's so many ways that mental health plays, just like when people get hurt, injuries. Injuries will change your life. You don't have the power to do the things that you wanted to do. No one likes to ask for help, but always need it. We kind of this. I don't need to ask for help. There's a million of us in this world. We are to do it by ourselves. That's another thing that affects our mental health because that's sitting at home suffering in silence. We sit in silos, thinking of all these things, thinking we're the only one going through it. As a clinician, when I have groups, I find that everybody feels okay because they feel like I'm not alone. I'm not crazy. Oh, you go through that too? People need to know. Even us talking about it, you're not alone. We're all crazy. You want to impress me? Show me normal. I tell you that every day. Show me what that is.
What's that? I don't even understand it is.
Crazy,
but you are right. And I wanted to go back to what you said when we were talking about the brain, how we were talking about Brandon and how she went through all those things in her brain.
Yeah.
What people have to understand is that your brain is also a muscle. It's a muscle. It gets tired. The same way any of your other muscles get tired. So if your brain is tired, your brain is the center. That's the mecca. That's the core. So if your brain is tired, how do you think all your other functions are going to be? And then here comes that's that imbalance. So that doesn't make you a reject, a dummy, a retard, all these other words, that people try to throw out there. These, like I said, these stigmas to make you feel bad for what you're really experiencing. That needs to stop. And like I'm going to keep saying, it is rampant amongst the African American community. And to jump back on what we were just saying, because why did you say suffer in silence? Because that's how we were taught. We can take that back to slavery, baby. It wasn't no complaint forms during slavery. Who you telling? So that's another generational curse. Suffering in silence, having the belief that nobody understands what you're going through. It's not true. It's not true. Stop making yourself a prisoner in your own head.
Ooh, yes.
Please get out of that slave thinking, baby. I grew up with a very stringent parent, my mother, and she would tell you, excuse my language, especially it's four of us, two boys, two girls. The boys had it easy. We're not even gonna get into that. But us girls, my mama would say, I ain't raised no punk ass bitches. So it was the stigma. We couldn't be no punks. And what black parents say, what goes on in this house stays in this house. So those two things combined That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
To grow up with that on your brain. But my mama said I can't talk to nobody about nothing because I'm gonna get a whooping. Because she said what goes on in this house, stay in this house. And I can't be a punk. So I gotta be out here fighting boys, girls, dogs, cats, whatever she said to fight. Because she said if I come home with ass whooping and don't beat my ass.
And maybe we talk about it more. Maybe the judgment will quit. You know what I'm saying? I think because we're not talking about it, and people are able to act like they're okay all the time and put up this facade like if this is perfection, and it puts people in a position to feel like they can judge the next person.
Yeah.
Nobody in this world has a right to judge unless they can't tell me that. You don't have a right. You cannot judge anybody. Everybody should be here. Everybody should hear. Number one, we talk about slavery.
Yeah.
Well, how did slavery come in? So that alone made you a hot mess. Post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Baby, say it again.
Today.
Say it again.
Post-traumatic slave syndrome.
You got
We're
that.
still thinking like that. We love to dog each other, but where you get that from? That's from your oppressor.
Right.
Y'all probably don't even realize that just how much. Well, how much did your oppressor call you beautiful names?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You were called very ugly names, and so the same names that they called us, we're calling each other today. This is a psychological trauma. You know what I'm saying? Your brain, etched in your brain. It was passed down from generation to generation, and you became
You did.
You know what I'm saying? So I need people to understand that you're a hot mess on purpose, and so it's okay to not be okay. What we want to do is learn how to do something different now. That's what I really want to help the people with their brains to help you understand. Man, you're not alone. Mental health is important. You got to talk about it though. You're not alone.
Yeah. You're not.
You know, more than ever, I hear a lot about a lot of young adults, like in their early 20s, commit suicide.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And more than ever, and it's because of mental, health issues and stuff.
Yes.
And a lot of them be seeing therapy. They be going to the therapy. They come right out of the therapy and do hurt themselves. And I just find that it's just
988 for those if you are suffering suicide. 988 is the number you call. You can even text.
You can.
And that way you can text. That way you can talk about your problem.
Yes.
And it's okay to know people that want to know. If you ever know somebody that's dealing with suicide, ask them directly. Or do you feel like you want to kill yourself? Do you want to commit suicide? It's okay to ask that question.
It is.
It's okay to ask that question directly. And I see this happening in teenagers right now. I work with a lot of teenagers, and that skyrocketed.
Yep.
When I see suicide in teenagers, and what I heard is that kids were teaching me that they got websites to actually help them commit suicide.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff happening. And then I think about me growing up. We used to get fights back in school. We go home, we don't have to deal with it no more.
No.
Next day we forgot how we was mad.
So
They come home to social media, so they never get out of it. Now friends is dogging them online. And these kids don't realize once you put it out there, it'll never come back. Like it's a sad situation. So our kids are suffering.
They really are.
We have to experience. We talk like really pay attention to our kids. Cause I remember coming home one day. I don't know what was wrong, but as a young teenager, my mama would say, "Baby, when you come home, this is where you rest at. Don't let nothing bother. Once you hit this adult stuff, you don't let nothing bother you or disturb your peace. Whatever it is out there in the streets, and you're at home. And so I remember that. It's a lot. I was
missing that.
Yeah.
There's ways to
But they don't. Like these days, these kids, like my son's 13 years old. And he comes home from school. I get home from work. He don't even say hello. He locks his door. I unlock the door. Hey son, how you doing? Hey, how's your day? Good. How's this? And I'm like, where's your head at? You want to keep everything a secret, all up to the music type that you listen to.
Exactly.
You don't listen to nothing bad.
Right.
Like, I'm like, do you think that you're a lame for the type of music that you listen to? Like, why do you want to hide it from me? Where is your mind at? Because there's the stage of a 13-year-old.
I say
But then there's like because I remember when I was 13, I was like, Mama, get back.
Yeah.
But like these days, these kids they doing so much that when I was 13, I didn't have all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, my mind wasn't on them. All they have is scroll.
Yeah.
And then you take the phone away from them. You take the phone away from them. Yeah. And they just go crazy. I take the phone away from my son, he will shut down.
Yeah.
Like a power button. And then he'll come back. And I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Correct chemical reaction.
you
You know what? I'm that same way. I think about. Have you ever
Hey, we gonna do a whole thing.
It ringing. So I mean, I look at
That devastating, like, wait a minute.
I'm feeling it, but I be like, man, son, like, where you at though?
But 13-year-olds are difficult because number one, 13-year-olds have hit that point where they need the whole world to know they're not 10 anymore.
That's
So they're hitting this level of independence, and they're trying to, and also the sad part and the hard part for them is teenage at that year, they're trying to get that sense of belonging. Who do I fit in with? You know what I'm saying? When they don't feel understood, they don't feel the parents gonna understand. So yeah, they go into that hole.
When my son, he's like, I could put him, like, I just got advisor membership, fitness, membership.
Yeah.
And he can go there and he can work out by himself. I could put him in any setting and he will gravitate. People will gravitate to him. He's working out. They be like, man, you doing them girls. He's like,
This sense of belonging.
Like,
He's finding himself in the world, but he's not gonna think that you understand him.
Yes.
put them in these situations.
But they also think because they kids. They kids. They don't know that you know anything.
Yeah,
I teach kids things, and the parents be like, I told him the same thing, and he didn't listen.
Yes.
You put the seed on fire. You know what I mean? It's just a mother thing. But I tell parents all the time, all y'all was doing is plant the seed, plant the seed, plant the seed, plant the seed. They gonna tell me that wasn't until I was about 27 that I came to my mom and said everything he said I listened to.
But they my son had learned this when he was like 5 years old, and we went to McDonald's Playhouse. It was in Elmhurst. That's where I used to live in Bensenville, so it was in Elmhurst at McDonald's Playhouse. He was in the tube slides playing with people, and then some kid. It was I don't want because I don't know how this.
Exactly.
It was a person and told him that his hair smelled. Now I make oils. So I have essential oils, I have mixtures.
Yeah.
So you know how we smell.
Exactly.
We don't stink,
like
but we smell essential.
oils. Yeah.
And this boy told him that he stank. He came down the thing and started crying. He came down the slide crying. He ran to me. And I was like, baby, what's wrong? And I saw the mother sitting across the way, and the boy was over here like, and I'm looking like, why is this boy making fun of you? And then he was like, you told me I stink. You told me I stink. And from there on, I had taught him, I said, baby, you don't stink. You are a black young boy. I said, you are fresh. You are clean. You got clean clothes on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you are everything right now. I said, so guess what? He don't want to play with you. Go play with somebody else.
Thank you.
You don't have to be mean to this boy.
You don't.
You ain't gotta say nothing else. You go play with somebody else. And guess what happened? I said, you go back up in them slides and you play with somebody else.
Exactly.
And ever since then, he went and he played with somebody else.
Yes.
While all the kids in McDonald's Playhouse was playing with him.
Come on.
And that boy that said that he stank was alone.
That reminds me of I
And
remember
ever since then,
some twin boys that were, and their parents were telling, well, it was the father that was very racist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I put these kids with a black boy. And they're meeting these like dad said we can't hang with this black boy, you know what I'm saying? So what I did was I pulled the kids aside and I asked them a question. You know, I was like, so does he have eyes? They're like, yeah, he got eyes, he got a nose. So yeah, he got a nose, he got ears, yeah, he got ears. You know what I'm saying? So you got hair, you know what I'm saying? Feet. So I said, I'm getting closer to where's the difference? You know what I'm saying? And so the kid was like, you know what? I don't know. So one of the twins went to go play with the boy. I'm gonna be your friend for the rest of the day. And then the other boy was like, Dad said we can't play with them. Like, you really gonna And eventually these boys was our biggest homies ever. Sometimes it's I thought messing up the baby.
Somebody can save your life. Somebody that you grew up being a racist, and then next thing you know, you got a whole Hispanic who
needed their plasma.
Yeah, they saved you.
They saved you.
And you looking at them like,
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to hang out with you.
Exactly.
I was supposed to talk to you.
Yeah, no.
What you say about that? You saw you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
I need that.
So
I think this. I was gonna say. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I was gonna tell her the same thing happened to my son Hezekiah when he was a little boy. We were at the park and the playground we was at. Now you know we are of Mexican descent.
Yes.
My family.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Hezekiah is.
Yes.
But my father is black. Hezekiah's father is black. He still has a Mexican descent.
Yeah.
And so, but it was a group of kids, and they were all, Mexican. Their families come group together, and they playing a bunch of kids. And then one of the little boys told him, "Oh, you look like a monkey." You know, that's what he told him. Like, you know, and it pissed me off. And I had to tell my when he said, "Mom," he said, "I'm like a monkey." I said, "Son, you're handsome, but I'm gonna tell you something. They are, you know, Mexican. They probably full blooded Mexican, but I'm gonna tell you, you probably got more Mexican, true Mexican blood than they got. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you for real, because your name, we're Valadez, we're Spaniards. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a difference. It's a difference.
And so I said, but if he, you know, the same thing. If he don't want to play with you, move on. Or what? You don't need to hate or whatever. Don't take it to heart like
No.
you know what I'm saying. But it's just crazy that we go, you know,
we go through that.
Yeah.
And I'm the only black girl. I grew up in Schiller Park. My mama moved us over there when I was 7 years old. I was the only black girl until literally like maybe like fifth to eighth grade. So like even if there was black kids, I was the only one in my grade that was a black girl. There was like one black girl, one black boy in each class. So that's pretty much how it was. Yeah. So I never even understood racism. I remember when I was at Denny's with my stepdad. My stepdad, he is an amazing person. That is a white man, okay? But he is the father that I could never have, okay?
Right.
That's my daddy, okay?
I understand.
And I was at Denny's, this was the first time I had over easy eggs.
Right.
So he said, "You ever had some over easy eggs?" I said, "Ew.
That's how Chris is.
Why is that oozing?" I don't think he said, "No, don't knock it till you try it." He had took his fork, dipped that bacon up in them eggs, and fed me like this, and I ate it. And then I looked over to my right, and it was a whole black family looking at me like, and then I was confused. I was like, why they looking? He's like, they don't understand that it's interracial.
No.
And I said, what's interracial? Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna what an introduction. What's an introduction?
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to think about the second grade vocabulary, trying to figure out what's going on right now.
Exactly.
And he had taught me from a young age. And then even when I was 15 years old, I had a worker's permit. And there was a local mart in Schiller Park. It was called Family Food Friend or whatever. It's Family Foods and Friendly Foods. And my friend, she was Italian. They're hiring. I said, bet I'm finna apply. The lady wouldn't give me an application. So I went home to my stepdad. I was like, man, my friend said they were hiring, but they're not hiring. I didn't think nothing of it at all. My stepdad, he knew. He said, we're going up there. He sat me by the door, by the entrance. He said, you stay right here by the sliding doors and don't come in. I'm finna walk in. He asked for an application. She gave it to him.
Baby.
He said, oh, Brandon, I came in and her face, she went green. Okay. She was like, that's your daughter? That's my daughter. And you didn't want to give her an application, but you willingly handed me this application. And so this is when I was 15. This is when I really started to realize racism. That is real. That is real.
Yeah.
And I think this is a huge thing. And this is something I seen growing up because I grew up in the suburbs. I was in the city all the time because my dad had people in the city. You know what I'm saying? When he moved from down south, he moved to the south side of Chicago. So but where I was from was predominantly white people was around me. So I remember me and my friends, all the black kids would gather around every time we started school, like, how many specs you got in your class? How many black folks you got in your class? It was exciting. We got 3, we got 5. Like, this is how we living when we came to the city. And I'm gonna kill this stigma about this city shit because y'all been getting on my nerve. When we came to the city, that was the only time we seen us. That's why we were so excited about being around because we finally found people that all move like us. You know what I'm saying? So that was most exciting. I hear a lot of discussion about what happens from the suburbs trying to be like Chicago.
Yeah.
That's not what we trying to be. I can't speak for everybody else. I want to be me, but I want to be me around people that look like me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It felt better. Exactly. You can't help it. Grow up.
Yeah, you said
I can.
yeah.
Because I'm finna tell you now, I did grow up on the south side of Chicago. I was on the north side, then my mama moved to the south side and the east side, right? So I'm definitely a Chicago girl in the hood.
That's right.
But most of the time when I was going to Kenwood, I wasn't going to school. I was in the streets. And so my mother got tired of it. And she said, You not gonna be shit. You don't want to be shit. And so she like, I'm finna listen. My father was born and raised a West Side boy, but he found his way to get him an apartment and down this road.
All right now.
Okay.
Oh, right. Like that.
Now you know live with my father before. Now she said, I'm finna send you to live with him. And I said, all right, but guess what? Because I had grew up around black people my whole life. When I was scared to go to this school that I was productive. I'm like, ain't nobody be my friend up here. I don't know what to do in this type of this situation. But baby, I got it up. And it was a whole nother world. These people were making sure I was in class. Mm-hmm. I was in all type of activities. Yeah. And I tried to cut class. Yeah. I tried to do it, but it just I graduated on time because my mother made a choice and said, no longer. Mm-hmm. I see what you're doing, and we're gonna change it up, and you're gonna go to down this road. Now I still okay. Every Friday, my stepfather, not my stepfather. Every Friday, my father will bring me back to Chicago. Yes, my father every week. Yeah, pick me back Monday morning and take me back to school. Yeah, but man, the opportunities that I had, being this, and it gave me opportunity to learn about other races.
It definitely did.
In the suburban schools, all of us was minority, right? If you're black, Mexican, Chinese, whatever, all of us stuck together.
Yeah, we did.
So we like we could.
I was the Mexican all right.
I had the Mexican Puerto Rican Asian, all of us, black and white, because they little party down quickly.
Yeah. And then now I will take this stuff, but it still was because it was predominantly white. Like I would try to be like the homecoming queens. I wasn't never gonna win, but because it was predominantly white. But it just was a goal. You know what I'm saying? And they knew, oh look, Lisa, she but I was never gonna win that title. But it just I do love when I took my girls, we moved to Baltimore, and they the schools was really good, and like Luigi being autistic.
Yes,
they the teachers. They said, "Oh, we are excited to be Luigi." And we got so many programs. We're ready for
yes.
And I had never seen that in my life because the CBS school, they was doing the bare minimum.
Yeah. And it's not that they were even trying to though.
Yeah.
It
really is.
And that was that dynamic with seeing the difference between what was happening in the suburbs. Like, because like my best friend, her whole family, for some reason, I don't know why she was in Elgin, but her whole family lived on 43rd and Shields on, right? So I started going to a church on 47th Estate in my teenage years, and then we moved to 79th and Ashland at Kingdom Hall. We would go there. My whole life was all over the city. It didn't really matter. I was but I see the difference between how well they keep us programmed out there in the suburbs versus we couldn't go to any school across the world, across the city. You know what I'm saying? We had a very specific school that we had to go to that was close to me that we pretty much walked to. I wasn't taking city buses all the way across the school. So we didn't have the opportunity to get into a whole lot of stuff because you was in this controlled environment. Went outside grouping together. Or more, they got a problem with you. A whole bunch of police pulling up to the side.
And they get you for mob action. And if you didn't have a car, you wasn't going nowhere. You had no access to this city because there was no bus service. So my experience, I got the flip side of it. My mother decided to move us, our ghetto asses, from the hood of the hoods, to Dalton, Illinois, where it was predominantly white. Long story short, I wasn't nervous about going to this predominantly white school. Take me through there. I'm not scared of shit. I'm from Chicago. So long story short, on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. The school bully, I would have thought the school bully would have been Caucasian. Surprisingly, she was African American. The most popular girl was an African American girl, but she was like popular because she dated a guy in high school. She this was eighth grade type shit, whatever. So long story short, when I first met her, I'm an energy person. Her energy was bad. I didn't like her. So I saw she was bullying kids. Bullying kids of all races and everything. Kids that were not there. So she was myself. Let me tell you something. So, not discriminate. Everybody. So I feel like I've always been. I'm an open touch. You know about my friends, right? Yeah. So within 2 weeks, of course I had made a lot of friends, and I would be like, okay, she would bully people. First of all, I came at her. I did. I said, stop calling her names. Stop doing that to this person. Stop doing that to that person. But why is it your business? I said, because you call him a nerd, that's my nerd. Right. You call him a geek, that's my geek. You call her alligator skin, that's my alligator skin friend. Right. Say some shit to me. You can say what she no, she wanted to smoke, baby. So last period was gym class. So she hopped up off the porch like she was from Chicago. Oh yeah. Bet it up. I'm up. Coach, no, you're not gonna do it. I'm gonna see you in the locker room. That bitch. What the locker room? But okay. We got locker rooms in. Okay. I get to the locker room. She owned it. She real aggressive. I bet. I was always the shortest one in my class. So long story short, word got her. She said, I'll see you after school. All right, cool. I've been there for 2 weeks. By the time I get to my locker to get my coat, at least 20 kids that met me on the way. Different colors. They put help me. People ain't even know. They just like she picked on me too. Right. She's the only necklace. Yes. I got all stories and inspiration and fuel to beat her up. So excuse me. I'm like, are you the girl that's gonna fight such and such today at school? Yeah. Oh my God, we hate her. Beat her ass. She's like, fuck yeah. They like, okay. I had to even ask somebody, where we meeting up to fight at? Right. I'm here. I don't know. Right. Okay. So this one girl that I met that was my friend. You know how you have them friends that's bigger than you. I ain't scared of you. But she should be with I'm gonna put you on together. This what you do when she gonna come at you on this corner. She gave me the whole recipe. She said, make sure you take your coat off, blah, 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 blah. She was she ain't even know. So I walked outside. I'm walking. So my friend, I'm calling Kay. Kay said, I'm gonna get your little sister for you. I'm walking outside. You would think I'm a whole celebrity. I got my arms full of they put anything on. And I felt like Shaq. She's gonna say you were walking. That's the thing, dude. No, her whole school, that's like a movie scene. I was right looking for the fight scene. So it's a Caucasian lady crossing guard, like right there at the corner. And I see the girl, and she has a group of kids with her. They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm about to fight. Okay, I forgot I'm gonna fight. Okay, how you get beat up? So exactly. I'm from Chicago. Chicago. Yes, Chicago. So turn around. We get to the corner. She say, "What's up, bitch?" I said, "You tell me what's up, bitch." Right. That bitch swung on me. I ducked it. Whoop. Hit right in my shit. This is you in eighth grade. Eighth grade. Eighth grade. So right. So I hit her. So she stunned. Now I'm trying to take the, you know how your mom puts you in the coats? Yeah. I hate them coats that come down here. I had my Walkman in my pocket. The sport. So I'm zipping my shit, trying to take my coat off, and she run up there, still on me. Ooh, bitch, you violated. I slid out that coat like this, and she. Very busy. She was saying that's big on me. Wow. Let's just say I had to jump fight her.
Oh, jump fighter.
Jump fight. You ready?
Oh.
Jump fight. Jump fight. Jump fight. Y'all know what that means. She said, for my life. Baby, I ate that girl up. Got her ass on that ground, planted these nice old knees in them shoulders, and gave her my face. Baby, no. When I got
Ladies, please don't try this at home.
Don't do it.
don't
try to bring violence.
You don't do that. This is when we was kids. A kid. Don't do that. Yeah, don't.
You actually sticking up for the.
But I was sticking up for the kids that were getting bullied.
Yes.
And there were no weapons involved.
Yes.
Just straight hands,
That's
fists. So, more story.
You stick up for what you stand
Yeah.
on.
So,
Believes and no beliefs.
so
Okay, they are right.
she was right with a well with us.
Yes.
So the people grab you, somebody grab you first, and that person get up and they still on you. Yeah. What you do that for? I know I'm on top of her. He grabbed me, the disciplinary. He grabbed me. She get up. She punched me in my face.
Oh,
when I checked, I went limping at man. I turned my slid right about that. Now wait, are we going? I'll roll our ass out. Took us to the principal office. She was almost on occasion. She was off. The girl and grabbed the chair of the principal office.
Oh, wow.
Wow, she was really.
Baby, she was mad. She
was big.
She didn't want to take that, you know. She didn't want to take it.
But she had been feeling herself for so long. She wasn't taking off her.
There's a new sheriff in town. Right.
Sound like Michael Jordan.
So she gets a 3-day suspension.
Oh.
I get a 7-day. Why?
Because you whooped her ass.
Not only that, my skin color.
Oh.
And I'm a new student. So I'm the problem. I'm the issue.
Yeah.
Not that she's been traumatizing the whole entire school. Yeah. So I did the 7 days. So in the principal's office, I'm gonna call your mom. Baby, I know my mama. I said, go ahead and call her. I begged. I said, and she gonna break and did. And what? Your mother's gonna be mad. I said, no, she's not. She's not. I told her the truth. I wasn't scared to go home. I walked home with pride. Mom, I got something.
You did. It was fine.
I'm like, yo. So long story short, I got back to school a week later. Baby, they pretty much had trophies for me, plaques.
Oh, wow.
The girl wouldn't look my direction. She wouldn't even talk to me. Right. Her boyfriend pulled up in his little Hummer truck to pick up from school. He was fine. I'm sorry. I know he said that you were his.
I took your man.
No, favorite. He wasn't my type. I'm sorry. So we like them thugs. Right.
Facts.
He was expensive. No diss. Right. But he was very handsome. Long story short, she get in the car with him. She looked me up and down, up and down like, what's up?
This is eighth grade. I need to repeat this. It looks like
He carried that money. So he sat up and looked at me over her. He looked at her. He said, you let that little girl beat your ass? And she said, shut up. And he just pulled off. Oh. Never tried it again.
So I have a story.
Oh, wow.
So this is not a fight story, but this is a story about being judged in an area where you're the only Black girl in a predominantly white. Usually they were like Russian, Bulgarian, Polish.
We went all the way.
Yeah. They were. It was that type of community. There was not like oh, I'm from England, or like, no, they were like Russian, Bulgarian, Polish. Majority of them. Yeah, but they all seemed to be good, but they was all in their own little thing. So like, just growing up, we was on fast forward. So growing up, I had all the resources. So like, to me, it's normal to to dissect the cat, dissect the frog, dissect the cow's eye.
Right.
To go into different activities. You know, we went to before I went to the board in high school.
That is something.
I went to the board. You know what I'm saying? Before they stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did pigs.
Yeah.
We did all of it. And like and then you know, just like the different stuff. Like we had driver's ed in high school.
Exactly.
And it wasn't I told my mom wouldn't let me do it, but I did.
Yeah.
So no, they had different activities. And so my stepdad taught me how to take the bus and the train.
Yeah.
So then I want to go out to the city because I want to go visit my family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like they're all not just my family, because like it wasn't really my family. It was like the people that I was just like getting to meet, you know. And then that's when the internet was getting to know. So you're on the internet, you're meeting people, and then you're like, I'm gonna meet you over here. Meet me on the, you know, on the red line over here on blah blah. Meet me on the blue line. So I'm getting to know the city. Now I get to talking with these people, and they would be like, "Oh, you think you better than us? You think you better?" And I'm like, "No, I thought we were having a good conversation about,
Exactly.
you know." And so I realized, and then also,
Hold on. Are you talking about the people that you came to the city with? Or are you talking about where you came from?
where I came from and talking to people from the city
Okay.
about like my life, that I have my own room. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I didn't understand that some people in the city
Didn't have
don't
that.
have their own rooms. I got a computer in my room. My room is plastered with poster boards of Chris Brown and B5 and
Oh, I get it.
Camilla.
You can't even handle the fact that you speak English.
Yeah, and I get bad. And I've been got made fun of since I was yay high.
Yes. Now
You talk white.
I was gonna say.
I said, what's that? I don't know what that is.
It's proper English.
I don't know what that is.
Talking white. Because I know proper English.
Yeah.
You see how culturally how much we dog each other just and then we ain't got nothing to do with it.
I was getting dogged. So, you know what I'm saying? And I even got told, so I didn't understand that at some of these corner stores. So I went out west with one of my friends. And this is fast forward. This is like I'm in my 20s, my early 20s.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with my friend. She said, we finna go get some chicken. So I'm thinking going to the grocery store.
Mm.
And then she's like, no, we're going to the corner store. I said, well, why would you go to the corner store to get some chicken? I feel like that's sanitary.
And
I said,
I really tried to keep it together.
That's another thing that we get mad. We get mad.
She got mad at me.
I'm
I'm just
trying.
a good friend.
But I have people get mad at me because we put some more doink every weekend. Because hold on, but I'm saying me going from that to the white suburbs, me bringing them pickles, them big smelly pickles. That was bad. I brought them for lunch. I was in first grade. They're like, yeah, she gonna be smelly pickles. I come in and speaking of this. I got talked about that. I smell my pickle every single day. Like they so talked about me,
Baby, let me tell
I
you.
don't understand.
it's a world that I think that that's another thing we gotta talk. Because you talking about being talked about, I feel like her. I was getting talked about from my people and them people.
Exactly.
I didn't believe. I didn't get too. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. The people coming from suburbs get talked about from both ends of the spectrum.
Both ends of the
And all we did was get birthed. Get this elbow. Get this elbow. Don't bring it to me. If you come to me with that, I don't want to hear it.
I don't care.
I am you. When I came here, that's the kids told me I am you. I'm all these people here. I'm my people. That's right. This go with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sharing my resources with them. I'm telling y'all to come to my crib. We kick it at my house, my mama at work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? You
But that's
have
the
a family.
thing.
You're using everything that I have that I can utilize. I wasn't looking at you like, oh, you have less than, so I feel bad for you.
Because you're on more privileged side.
I
They
thought that was
they have,
normal.
but they know.
Exactly.
But they're only seeing what you got on TV.
Exactly.
And so for you, their privilege is you look like the
So-
people they see on TV. So
Right.
the thing is the parents gotta teach the kids.
Exactly.
The kids don't know.
But,
You know what I'm saying?
but sometimes it's hard because our parents come from those systematic things.
Yeah.
You know, they had to endure so much. You know, so for us, when they take us out of an environment that we're thriving in, whether it's negatively or positively, remove us from that environment, it's like rolling the dice.
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen. Like my mom thought the suburbs were gonna bring the best out of me. Yeah, well, I was already a great student academically. Did I learn more from a suburban education? Yes, I did because I was exposed to different things. You know that funny joke that they always have about black people don't know how to swim. Well, baby, Thornton High School would not allow us to graduate unless we knew how to swim. They would keep right. Somebody said, I came to every girl got to swim. Let me tell y'all. I came to the beach. I got skin rolls. I got a broken toe. I was trying everything. I'm baby.
I ain't never gonna say that.
Yeah, my ass off.
And then we had a nice girl. I was a big girl out my life. I didn't want to wear my big swimming suit. You know what I'm saying? Into the pool. I'm like, boys, embarrassed.
So the swimsuits, they were color coded. So people knew their weight class.
Oh, that's terrible. Now we at least got our own swimsuit. We have to, but that's disrespectful.
Red ones, they have black ones and blue ones.
Oh, that's horrible. Now that's just evil. And that's thorn. No, that's how you get a complex right there.
They did. But I didn't let that stop me because I've always been like what they call big boned. So I've always been big boned. So my swimsuit was red. So it was only like two of us that had red swimsuits. And then I see now, but you know, in that mindset, I just want to learn how to swim. So like the shit that I wasn't getting exposed to. So yeah, I'm gonna take this class seriously. I wasn't like the other girls. Oh my God. And they had that shit as my first fucking period. So I did my fucking hair just to come to school and be wet. And get fucked up all that rest of the day. But I still went through there because I knew it was a bigger purpose.
Yes.
So,
I had my mom couldn't swim, so that was a blessing for me. My mom couldn't swim, so she made sure her kids swim. I started learning how to swim when I was 5. It really was just a swim through thing when I was in high school.
Yeah.
But you do. I will say that because I got that suburban in me, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I could be in boardrooms and I could be on the block with you too. And that's just what it is.
It's called code switching.
Period.
And when you master the art of code switching, you have mastered life. Okay? Learn that. So
I went to the city on Friday. I don't know, like this, Lisa. I would come to the city on Friday, and just because I was in church. Y'all know how black churches is. They want to be inspired. I was in the praise team. I was everything. Man, so I would be in the city sometimes from Thursday all the way to Sunday to Monday, depends on what was going on. And over summers, I spent a lot more time. Then my best friend, her boyfriend that she loved, her first love, was on 43rd, and so he lived across the street from her grandmother. So we was always running the city. Like, let me tell about you, Southsiders.
wow.
Well, all the hell I went through was on the south side. Okay. I moved. 20 years ago, I chose the west side because I knew I would just have fun.
You was
south side.
She will not.
All my first bodies.
Let me tell you something.
My first gang wars. I was like, it's a whole nother level of wars. I'm like, let me see these in the vice versa. Why y'all so close?
Hold on.
It's the street.
Now I gotta clap back to. I gotta clap back in love.
Killed for a reason. Southside killed for the season.
Go through there.
And I'm seeing the Southside. I'm like, Southside.
Southside. The way in.
53rd
The way in.
Southside.
The best chicken joints. Now this they don't have nowadays. I remember we used to go to Kurt's get 3 wings for $1.25. Where that's at nowadays?
Nowhere.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, so y'all already know that I grew up on the south side and the east side of Chicago, and I loved it. It was good, but I just adapted to it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something. When I moved out west, and you ain't lying. When I moved out west, we stayed in when the I guess project buildings or whatever. But baby, the people in there was like family.
Yes.
They knew you. They loved you. I know. Yeah. She would cook in the building, and she said, Kitty, if you ever hungry, you come and get you and your baby. Whatever you need. And she would cook for me and my baby and my husband and bring it down to me. She want to make sure my son was a little boy. I would go to that corner store and say, I'll pay y'all next week or 2 weeks from now. And then give me food. You know? What's that? I right.
Hold on one side.
I got nothing against
Only got
violence.
only got $1. Only got proof. And she would be like,
I did appreciate you. I did appreciate coming to the city for the corner store. I got candy everywhere I wanted, boy. Come in. Then Q-Town, I know the Q-Town.
Oh,
Q-Town was my world. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The Polish real
man,
fast.
real nigga.
Those were the days. Those were the days.
He get off at 5:30.
All right, y'all. Let's try to wrap it up.
I'm sorry. We so like it.
Okay, so let's talk about it's something how you doing. We just want to talk
I
about
love you guys. No,
yeah.
I gotta go.
Okay, we can ready to close it up. Let's go. Okay.
So to close it out, message to listeners. Once again, recap everything we said. It's okay not to be okay. Stop letting people put these labels on you and know when to seek help.
988 for those that are experiencing any type of
Yes.
988.
988.
And
So-
it's okay. Don't be shy. Ask for help. Reach out to a friend. Reach out to a stranger.
I'd never met me if I took my life that day.
Exactly. So, closing statements. Mental Health Awareness Month is more than a calendar observance. It's a reminder that every person deserves compassion,
Yes.
support, and the opportunity to heal. Check on your loved ones. People, check on yourself.
Yes.
And remember that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness.
Yeah.
You can just make
All right, we love y'all.
Love y'all.
We about to sign off. We took enough of y'all time off. Thank you to everybody that tuned in.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. Bye. Peace.
Hey, my phone line.
Yeah, let's do it real.
Yeah. I usually do let it go.
Bring it, go be on the phone.
But yeah, that's the
I got violence.
Didn't get about the live. Before we say something we shouldn't be saying.
right. Take us off immediately. Thank you. They didn't already
I'm down. I'm down.